Hello, my loyal viewers, who I don't think watch this program. I don't think anyone does, actually. I wanted to talk today about who's to blame for the recent cop murders in New York. For those who don't know, a black guy went out and killed, like, a cop, 2 cops, something like that. For revenge against all the cops who have recently killed black people. Now, who's to blame? Of course, the guy who actually pulled the trigger. Guns don't fire themselves. If they did, they could have taken over the world by now. But what motivated him, which we know is the black slayings, but not James Spader, James Woods. There was a kitty. Kitty. James Woods recently came out and said it was all that pig Al Sharpton's fault. I don't blame Al Sharpton for once. Now, not that I like Al Sharpton. I don't. I think he's an idiot. Just like I didn't like Jesse Jackson. I think they're both idiots. But that's besides the point. I don't blame them directly, because they were just jumping on the bandwagon. I blame the media. Now, I know it's cool to blame the media, though I don't think kids nowadays say cool. I think they say something like Cesaro. So it's Cesaro now to blame the media. Well, I'm jumping on the Cesaro bandwagon and blaming the media. You see, it all goes back to Trayvon Martin's death. For those who don't know, Trayvon Martin was a black kid killed by George Zimmerman in Florida. Now let me explain. Trayvon Martin was a black teenager. I don't know how old he was. He was a teenager. Teenagers are dumb. They do stupid things. We all did stupid things as teenagers. We can admit it. And he was dressed in a black hoodie and black clothes and probably $500 sneakers, because for some reason black people buy $500 sneakers. Well, not just black people. People buy $500 sneakers. I don't get why you're buying $500 sneakers, but you are. But anyways, and he was walking through a rather prominent neighborhood, an actual gated community, and George Zimmerman was a neighborhood watch guy who wanted to be a cop and carried a gun, and was wandering around and seen this guy and was like, he's gonna rob us. So he started following him and called the police. The police said, don't confront him, we'll be there in a minute. So he confronted him, and Trayvon Martin got shot. George Zimmerman got off. Trayvon Martin didn't get shot because he was black. George Zimmerman didn't get off because he was white, though he was half Mexican. George Zimmerman got off because Florida had a law that was stupidly worded that said if you felt your life was in danger, you could legally gun people down. I think they repealed that law, which was a stupid law to begin with. What George Zimmerman did was stupid. I don't think it was racially motivated, though, because I've experienced being stopped by police walking down the street at night. I have been walking down the street at night and had people cross over to the other side of the street, stuff like that, pull out weapons and like try to hide them while walking past me. I'm not black. I'm clearly not black. I am very much a fat white guy. But you see a guy walking down the street who's not dressed, he's not dressed in a suit and tie. And even then, you're still kind of wary of him at night. I never dressed the best. He didn't dress the best, and that's why he was stopped. Well, the media jumped on racism. They got big popular ratings. And so when another black kid was shot by a white cop, they immediately jumped to racism to get big popular ratings. And then when another black kid was shot, they jumped to racism to get big popular ratings. And what they forget is cops shoot people all the time. You know, they shoot white people, they shoot Mexican people, they shoot Asians, they shoot everyone. You know, they don't just shoot black people, they shoot everyone of all races. They even shoot dogs. I mean, I see in the news once a week a cop gunning down a vicious dog, but it passes fairly quickly. But because the racism gets them ratings, they jump on the racism bandwagon. And so, and then it turns out these cops may have been justified, but the media still damns the cops for being racist, and it riles everyone up. And that's who to blame, because the media is just trying to get ratings. Now, I am not saying we need to police the media. I believe in freedom of the press. I believe in freedom of speech. I believe in freedom of expression. You know, we need to, even when people like Al Sharpton come on, or the media comes on, and I'm like, this isn't right, what you're doing, I believe they have a right to say it. Because freedom of expression, you know, if I only defend what I believe in, we wouldn't have half the things said that are said. You have to defend what you don't believe in with freedom of expression for it to truly be free. So black people, you know, if you truly believe in freedom of expression, don't defend the rappers you like. Go defend the skinheads who are saying we have to kill you, because that's truly believing in freedom of expression. So we shouldn't police them, but I believe also there is a responsibility when given freedom, that you have to take responsibility and say, does this need to be said? Do we need to do this? Should we wait? And the media isn't waiting. They're just automatically screaming racism and saying the cops, you know, whatever. He's got pictures of black people on his walls, and he's throwing darts at them all night, while he's got an idol of Martin Luther King, which he lights on fire daily. I don't know what the hell they're saying he's doing. Fuck it. They're saying he hates rap music, which I think 50% of the population hates rap music, so get over that. I hate rap music. I think it's stupid. There is some rap music I do like. And I do like some R&B, and I like Motown. I do like Motown music. I love Motown. The old Motown. I do love that. The Four Tops, you know, Temptations, you know, Aretha Franklin. I don't know if Aretha Franklin was Motown or not. Diana Ross and the Supremes, they were really good. Yeah, I do love Motown. But yeah, so they say it's racist, and that's who's to blame, because they make this big deal about racism, and then it turns out it's not racist. Well, they can't just go, we're sorry, we were wrong. No, they've got to continue making a big deal about racism, because if they say they're wrong, they look like idiots. And that's not taking responsibility, saying we're wrong, and they're not being responsible in their reporting, saying how will this affect the world. They're just reporting. So that's who I think is to blame, the media. And remember, freedom of speech comes with a responsibility of knowing, hey, there are things we can and can't say, and there are things we can and can't do, because they will cause repercussions. Your freedom, you have to be responsible. Whether you like it or not, freedom comes with responsibility. And the minute you stop being responsible is the minute we have to start taking away freedoms. So remember that. Next time you want to rile people up, to just rile people up, media. And that goes for even individuals. Don't rile people up when you know things aren't true. Freedom comes with responsibility. Not just from the soldiers who are defending it, but from you on the street. You have to know, we can't just cause trouble to cause trouble because we have the right to. We need to be responsible about these things. And that's really all I got to say.